How's it going, loyal fans of the number one game? The first qualifying round of the 2023-24 Champions League season has just started, so we find it interesting to know which team you consider to be the favorite for the upcoming draw. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and while you're typing, we proceed to start the new episode of the most recent football news. PSG have acquired 18-year-old Italy U19 midfielder Hilal Al. He moved from Benfica as a free agent. Al Hilal have announced the signing of Sergej Milinkovic-Savic for €40 million. The contract is valid for 3 years. PSG have made contact with the representatives of Juventus over the possibility of recruiting centre-forward Dusan Vlahovic. Spain international centre-back Pau Torres is now an Aston Villa footballer. He joined the Villains from Villarreal for €32 million plus €5 million in add-ons and penned a 5-year contract. Brighton and Hove Albion centre-back and captain Lewis Dunk has signed a new 3-year contract with the Seagulls. He is a local graduate of their Centre of Excellence and Scholarship system who has been playing for the first team since 2010. In the coming days, we'll meet with Matteo Aleman. Our last conversation was 18 days ago. We are planning to continue working with Ariel Romeo, head of Girona's board of directors, Pep Guardiola said. FIFA has banned Al Nassr, for whom Cristiano Ronaldo plays, from registering new players, all because of their debts to Leicester City due to transfer of Ahmed Musa back in 2019. Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson is leaning towards accepting an offer from Saudi Pro League side Al Ittihad, who are now coached by Steven Gerrard. Spain national team and Leeds United forward Rodrigo Moreno is on his way to Qatar Stars League outfit Al Rayyan SC. Here we go. PSG are in talks with Tottenham Hotspur over a deal to buy the club's legend and France international Hugo Lloris. He could replace Keylor Navas, who's expected to leave the Red and Blues this summer. Inter Milan have confirmed that Slovenian goalkeeper Samir Handanovic has left the team as a free agent. He has been representing the Nerazzurri since 2012. Fulham and Nottingham Forest have opened talks with experienced Brazilian winger Willian. He is currently a free agent and performed for Fulham last season. Galatasaray have loaned RB Leipzig left-back Angelino, who spent last season on loan for TSG Hoffenheim. PSG want Ousmane Dembélé if Mbappe leaves? I heard this story also 1 year ago, but it didn't happen. Dembélé wants to stay at Barca, and I think he's not pushing to go anywhere. Barcelona president Joan Laporta shared. Al Hilal are keeping tabs on Galatasaray and Italy midfielder Nicola Zaniolo. The leaders would like to offer him a 4-year-long contract in a total sum of €120 million. Olympique Marseille and Atletico Madrid have reached an agreement regarding the transfer of left-back Renan Lodi. Last season, the Brazilian played for Nottingham Forest on loan. Kefren Thuram is set to spend another season in Nice. Liverpool, Bayern Munich and a number of other big clubs are interested in these services. Leonardo Bonucci has been told by Juventus he will not be a guaranteed starter next season. An experienced centre-back has to decide whether to find a new club or to remain in the substitute role. Barca's attacking midfielder Pablo Torre is one step away from joining Girona on loan without the option to buy. Borussia Dortmund's first-choice forward Karim Adeyemi is out for 7 weeks with muscle damage. He will miss the pre-season training sessions and the first 3 Bundesliga match days. Chelsea are set to acquire another young striker, 19-year-old Ryan Cherki. The pensioners will open talks soon. RB Leipzig have bought RC Lens top scorer Lois Openda for a record €38 million. His contract will be running for 5 years. Andre Onana to Man United. He is an Inter player today, and he's called up for our pre-season camp tomorrow. The market is unpredictable. We know Italian clubs need to sell before signing new players. That's the reality, Inter Milan boss Simone Inzaghi told. Christian Pulisic has already arrived in Italy, passed his medical checkup, and signed a 4-year agreement with AC Milan. Today, the deal is expected to be officially presented to the public. Al Hilal have offered Fulham €30 million for star striker Aleksandar Mitrovic, though the Cottagers rejected their bid. Southampton have bought 19-year-old central midfielder Shea Charles from Man City for £15 million. He is seen as a replacement for Romeo Lavia, in whom Liverpool and Arsenal are showing a great interest. Despite approaches from Premier League and Bundesliga teams, Charles de Ketelaere has no plans to leave AC Milan. The footballer wants to leave his mark in Rossoneri's history. Inter Milan have confirmed the transfer of Danish Aarhus GV centre-back Jan Aurel Bisek, who played for the Germany U21 squad. In case Barca fails to sign any of their priority targets, they will eventually switch to RCD Mallorca right-back Pablo Maffeo. 19-year-old winger Savinho has joined Girona on loan from Manchester City. Chelsea are insisting on the sale of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to one of the Saudi giants. His high wage is still the key deterrent for European clubs. Ahli are continuing talks with Man City over Riyad Mahrez's arrival. The Algerian is offered a 3-year contract with a salary of 20 million euros per year. Barcelona are looking at the possibility of re-signing Thiago Alcantara, who has a year left on his deal with Liverpool. Xavi needs 2 more midfielders. Manuel Neuer has no time to recover before the new season kickoff. At the very least, he will miss the Asian pre-season tour and the Bundesliga opener against Werder Bremen. Tottenham Hotspur will face Barcelona this year in the game for the Joan Gamper Trophy, which is scheduled to take place on August 8th. Yesterday, we saw 2 elite clubs playing their first friendly matches of the season. Alright, let's move on to the main news of the release. Barcelona have officially announced the signing of Brazilian prodigy Vitor Roque from Atlético Paranaense. The transfer is valued at 40 million euros, with a contract lasting until the summer of 2031. However, Roque will be heading to Blaugrana only in the summer of next year. Before that, he will be representing Atlético Paranaense on loan. However, according to Catalan sources, some club representatives want Roque to join Barca in January and will work towards that perspective. Last season, Roque has already scored 15 goals and 6 assists in 30 appearances in all competitions. PSG have made Harry Kane their top transfer target for this summer. The Red and Blues are set to hijack Bayern's bid by offering Spurs £85 million, which is 110 million euros. The PSG delegation has already arrived in London, where they had a personal meeting with Daniel Levy. Talks are going tough, despite the fact that no one will provide a higher offer than PSG. If the French champions hit the roadblock in acquiring the English ace, Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic is next on the list. However, Kane himself would only like to join the Bundesliga champions. He is not that tempted by the PSG offer. Bayern Munich are ready to sell 7 players at once in order to raise money for the transfer of Harry Kane, who wishes to work with Thomas Tuchel and believes he can win the Champions League under his tutelage. Bayern in turn are willing to show an exit door for the following players and for the following price: Ryan Gravenberch, 40 to 45 million euros, Nassr, 1 to 3 million euros, Alexander Nubel, 5 to 8 million, Jan Sommer, 8 to 10 million, Mark Sabitzer, 15 million euros, Sadio Mane, 20 million euros, and Benjamin Pavard for 35 to 40 million euros. According to German media, during negotiations with Bayern Munich, Daniel Levy set a whopping £120 million price tag for Kane. Manchester United, Newcastle United and Aston Villa are keep on signing Atletico Madrid striker Joao Felix. The Portuguese would only like to perform in the Champions League, so he's asking Jorge Mendes to take him to either Manchester United or Newcastle. Felix finds the option with Aston Villa not very attractive. However, these summer's talks are only revolving around a loan deal, as the Indians are counting on Felix to play well next season in England in order to sell him more profitably later on. We would like to remind you that Felix spent the second part of last season on loan at Chelsea. Newcastle United owners hope they can convince Kylian Mbappe to perform in Saudi Arabia for 1 year. Last month, Saudi Arabia's public investment fund took charge of Al Nassr, Ahli, Al Hilal and Al Ittihad, who have already completed some high-profile signings this summer. With Mbappe's future at PSG now in limbo after he confirmed his unwillingness to renew his contract beyond 2024, the sheikhs would be happy to bring him to the land of the Two Holy Mosques, even if it turns out to be a one-season affair before concluding the deal with Real Madrid, which is an inevitable event expected to happen this summer or in a year's time. Manchester City's Joao Cancelo is still Barcelona's top candidate for the right-back slot. Unfortunately, due to financial struggles, the Catalans could only sign Cancelo on loan with an option to buy. Pep Guardiola no longer counts on the Portuguese, thus Barca are ready for his departure. Ivan Fresneda from Real Valladolid remains the second priority option for the Spanish powerhouse. If Real Madrid sees an opportunity to recruit Kylian Mbappe this summer, Las Blancas will not waste it like they did last summer. The fact of Mbappe not yet joining Real Madrid camp is caused by the fact that the Frenchman is still uncertain about his future, while PSG has not set a substantial price tag yet. Meanwhile, the source known as PSG Community assures Mbappe will definitely start the 2023-24 campaign at Real Madrid's first team. We will keep you informed on this summer's main transfer saga. Folks, be sure to check out our other projects and rate the latest videos. The links are already in front of you. Thank you, and see you in the next episodes.